Thompson inside the 20 of Philadelphia.
Another big play. That's what Green Bay was trying to do to the Eagles, and what the Eagles said they could not give up. They could not give up the big play. We've already seen a couple. We've seen another. This is a misdirection play. See, Green Bay, it looks like they're going to run to the right. They don't. It's a sweep to the left. A one-man, one-blocker sweep. Gets around that corner. And Darrell Thompson is off to the races.
A lot of credit to Andy Harmon at nearly 270 pounds on the stop that time. A 33-yard run by Darrell Thompson. Ball at the 17, first and 10. A bootleg by Favre. Pump. Intercepted by William Thomas. So Brett Favre throws his 7th interception of the season. William Thomas coming up with his first pick of the season.
That's a big play for the Eagles. They needed to do something to stop that drive. This is a situation where you just throw the ball to a guy that's not open. He tried to force it in there. I think that play, had Brett Favre not been hurt, he could have run that ball that time. There was room to get downfield.
William Thomas coming up with his first career interception. And the Eagles started first and 10. And the handoff on the ground. And their version of the slow draw, as Heath Sherman was called into service, but only a 2-yard gain. And again, the last interception that Bud Carson certainly had to be pleased with, picked off by William Thomas.
On that last play, this is the tight end that Brett wants to get coming across the field. He's trying to get a long crossing route because those linebackers tend to get confused. He never got open. William Thomas stepped in front of the pass, made the interception.
Back to live action, 2nd and 8. Randall Cunningham dangerously close to the end zone, going up top, looking for Williams. And a superb play again by Terrell Buckley. The little fellow playing a lot bigger than he is.
Terrell Buckley may not be the biggest guy in the world. He may have difficulty stopping the run. They say he's not that physical toward those pulling guards that come out, but one thing he does have is speed and leaping ability. Randall's got plenty of time. He rolls out to the right, delivers a beautiful pass, probably 50 yards downfield, but Terrell Buckley, the one thing we know he does have is speed and athletic ability. He displays it right there.
He said he had his best week of practice last week. Mike Holmgren saying that. 3rd and 8. Eagles 5 of 9 on 3rd down conversions. Complete to Walker. Well shy of the first down. Nice stand and nice tackle by Johnny Holland. It's enthusiastic here, and I'm sure in Kansas City, as Greg Gumbel will tell us.
All right, JB, at Arrowhead Stadium, a fake punt kept the Redskins' drive alive, and then Ricky Urbans turned the corner from 5 yards out, and Washington is on the board. 28-7 Kansas City in the 3rd. JB?
All right, Greg, and Ricky Urbans was certainly looking to break out of a bit of a slump. That might be a minor breakout for him. Terrell Buckley pushed back to the 38, looking for some room. Terrell Buckley, the 2nd leading punt returner in the NFC, with the 4-yard return of that 47-yard punt. Packers on top of the Eagles, 14-10. 3rd quarter action, 21 seconds left as we take a look at Mike Holmgren, who saw his squad last week play the Giants, as you mentioned, George Stark, toe-to-toe. Trailing 13-7 late into the game. The game was actually a lot closer than that 27-7 final score in favor of the Giants.
It was 13-7, and then Brett Favre, who prior to that had the lowest interception average, I think, in the NFL. I'm sure he had the lowest. He threw 3 interceptions. The Giants turned them into scores, and it ended up being a blowout. They have to maintain this level of intensity through the 4th quarter.
On first down, Favre throws it complete. And it's caught. What a nifty grab by Jackie Harris, pulling in a real tough one as he was swarmed defensively. As we wind down toward the end of the third quarter, 7 catches for 78 yards on the afternoon for Jackie Harris. And boy, is he having himself a nice afternoon. So that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Packers 14, Eagles 10. Our coverage will continue after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Packer fans have had plenty to chew on as they take a look as the start of the fourth quarter gets underway. Packers on top 14-10.
Clayton Bush, Sterling Sharp.
I love it.
Sterling for president.
2nd and 4. Favre wisely runs out of bounds. And again, this kid, talk about a red badge of courage, playing with those bruised ribs. And again, we still have yet to get a definitive report from the Green Bay staff, but it's clear that he is really playing heroically with the injured ribs.
I think Brett Favre learned his lesson from throwing that interception at the other end of the field, that there was nobody open. Don't throw the ball. You've got the lead. Best run it out of bounds or throw it out of bounds. Don't deliver the ball if it's in a questionable situation. I'm sure that's what Coach Mike Holmgren told him when he went to the sideline.
A gain of 1 brings up a 3rd and 3. Packers 5 of 6 on third down conversions to Sterling Sharp. Make it 6 of 7. First down by Sterling Sharp. Mike Golick on the tackle, despite the double team. Now, we talked with Mike Holmgren about the difference between Sterling Sharp and Jerry Rice, of course, whom he's got some familiarity with. 2 different kind of receivers, but he says this guy Sharp certainly needs to be recognized as one of the league best.
Different running styles. Jerry is the classic, executes every route perfectly. His breaks are always right. Sterling Sharp, not quite as perfect in terms of routes, but very big, very strong. Take a look at the graphic here. He's ahead of Max McGee, moving up the Packers' all-time receiving list.
On the ground, and what a hit that time. My goodness. Clyde Simmons flattened Darrell Thompson, and I know Thompson's trying to get up like he's not hurt, but you know his bell was rung that time.
When you get hurt, you got to get up and pretend you're not hurt. You can't let the defensive guys think they've gotten to you. Even when you don't want to smile, you got to give a little smile. Even when you're crying inside, you're smiling on the outside.
Well, he's crying on the inside. You can best believe Clyde Simmons throwing that 280 around. 2nd and 12. In motion. And a floater that time intended for Jackie Harris, but deflected as Seth Joyner was applying some pressure. Next here on CBS is the second half of our doubleheader action featuring the LA Rams against the 8-1 Dallas Cowboys. Battle for tops in the NFC West between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers, or the Chicago Bears facing the Tampa Bay Bucks. Coming up next here on CBS. 3rd and 12. Packers are now 7 of 8 on third down conversions. Wes Hopkins with the tackle. Jackie Harris continuing to do the job. 8 catches for 95 yards.
Brett Favre's obligation is to read the defense first. He sees that these guys are in zones, and this is a 2-deep zone. He knows he's going to have an opening right in here, and that's why he just drops back, delivers the ball, reception. It's a clear case of a quarterback pre-reading. He reads downfield, 2-deep zone. He knows his holes in the middle, delivers the football. He told us that's what Coach Mike Holmgren has taught him. Read the defense, deliver the ball.
On first down, the ball carrier is Darrell Thompson, as Thompson runs off to the right for about 2. Brett Favre really doing a sensational job, and Jackie Harris, his favorite receiver today, taking pressure off of Sterling Sharp. I mentioned Jackie Harris, 8 catches for 95 yards. Last week, Harris had a career-high 9 catches for 87 yards.
Philly is shuffling the outside receivers, leaving that middle open for Jackie Harris.
2nd and 8. Ball at the 22. 11:36 left in